begin our 244th meeting. And I know it's a holiday, it's Wednesday, but it's a holiday, and all of us, I at least personally just woke up. So let's get this meeting started on a good note. With that, can I request, I'm going to be today's essay, and can I request everyone to switch on their cameras for today's meeting? Though this is an online setup, those rules still apply. If you want to leave the meeting or do anything like that, do so after someone has already spoken, so you don't interrupt them. And keep your noise making device so that they don't go off while someone is speaking. And if you're going to talk on sensitive topics like caste, race, sex, religion, do so in a way that it won't hurt anyone. With that being said, I'd like to pass it over to the presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Nikhilesh.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, people. Am I audible in the first place? All right, yeah, okay, thank you. I'm audible.
Yeah.
All right, midweek holiday. Everyone has been craving for. Is that mic from my side or someone else? Arpita, can you please turn off your mic? All right, thank you. Good morning again. Thank you for coming to the meeting today. It's a midweek holiday. Everyone wants to sleep in. Some of you have just woken up as told by our essay. Some of you are yet to brush. Some of you are yet to, even have breakfast. So again, thank you for this. I know how important the break is, but nevertheless, let's get to business. Welcome everyone to the 244th meeting of Toastmasters Amrita Bengaluru, themed Comfort Zone by Toastmaster Harsha. And before we get on with that, there are a few announcements and a motto which we all follow. So the motto of the club, where is it? Goes something like this. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. But before that, I forgot to do something. Let me declare meeting number 244 Team Comfort Zone open. So yeah, it's open. I don't have a gavel or anything banned. So, but yeah. A couple of announcements. Actually, there's only one, I think. There's two announcements. One is that the elections are on this Friday. So please do come for the meeting, which will be conducted this Friday and college offline. It'll be there highway as well. And more information will be passed on by the club leadership committee. And yeah, and the other announcement, our newsletter made by our beloved VPPR Toastmaster Sharanya is finally completed. She will be releasing it shortly. It has been officially sent out, but yeah, we'll be releasing it shortly in all the platforms. So please do go and look it up. There's a lot of effort has been put into it. So please make sure that you actually go and do see it. It's very lovely. It has turned out to be very lovely. So yeah, congratulations, Toastmaster Sharanya. Good job. And next up, coming to the meeting. Well, before I start boring you guys, let me call on the TMoD. So the intro for the TMoD goes something like this. If life were a book, my comfort zone would be that well-thumbed chapter that I've read over and over again because it feels so safe and familiar. And if you guys are guessing who it is, it's Toastmaster Harsha. Toastmaster Harsha, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you, Nikhilesh. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to meeting 244. I know it's a holiday. All of us have just gotten out of bed. when I was just thinking about what intro or what theme I should set for this meeting, I thought in the middle of the week when all of us are just tucked into our beds, struggling to wake up, I thought, why not just talk about it, our comfort zone. So, what exactly is comfort zone? We have heard so many people say, come out of your comfort zone, do this, do that. But what is our comfort zone? What is a comfort zone is one question that would arise in all of our minds. So, what exactly is comfort zone? Comfort zone is that little bubble, that cozy place filled with all your favorite things, your familiar routines, predictable outcomes, or it could just be you tucked inside your bed, a cozy bed, and with a nice large cup of Maggie, and you're just binge watching Netflix. That would be our comfort zone, typically, which we all would love to have every day. So, this is what my meeting is all about today. And before we move on with the theme, let me talk about what Toastmasters is. Toastmasters is a non-profit organization which was founded by Ravsis Medley in the year 1924, and his aim was to create a collaborative learning environment where young men could learn the art of public speaking. So before we get on to the theme, I would now like to call upon the general evaluator for today, that is Toastmaster Nikhil. And his intro goes like this: my comfort zone is my pillow on my bed with me on it. So over to you, Toastmaster Nikhilesh. Nikhil, sorry.
Hello, people. Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha, for that intro. Good morning, people. I'll be the general evaluator today, and I think the topic today, the pick of today was comfort zones, right? I think this peak and sometimes we all slip into that comfort zone. So the topic that we have chosen is very close to us. We all kind of experience, I crave for that comfort zone, right? There are assignments, there are things that on us right now, so we all want to escape into that comfort zone once we are done with all this. So that's a great pick. So to evaluate today's meeting, I'll have my tag team with me, which consists of a timer, a counter, and a grammarian. So first, I would like to call the timer of today's meeting, which is Toastmaster Venkat, who introduces himself as he's someone whose comfort zone is surrounded with the people who encourages him to be a better person every day. Toastmaster Venkat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. I'll be the timer for this meeting. I'll be counting the timing uh, for all speakers and who will be giving the speech evaluators. The timer consists of 3 minutes for speakers, and for speeches, I was about 7 minutes, and 1 minute for green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds for yellow card, and 2 minutes for red card. There will be a buffer time of 30 seconds. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Venkat. The next should be the R counter of the day, which is Toastmaster Abhiram, who introduces himself as he's someone who slips into his comfort zone when there's a headphone and FIFA playing right in front of him. Toastmaster Abhiram.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. That is a very apt introduction about me. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters. And today I'll be the arc counter for the day. And my job is basically to check for each speaker's CRPS. That is, C stands for crutch words, R is repetitions, P is pauses, and F other filler words like etc. So I'll give my final report when I'm called upon by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhiram. Now, I would like to introduce the grammarian, Toastmaster Hridya, who introduces herself as she says her comfort zone is about watching Netflix all day, but the urge to explore new things and adventures always goes on. Toastmaster Hridya.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, so now why do you think grammarians are important? because without them, the language might be confusing and messy, right? They also make sure that these words make sense and they are very easy to understand. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So, as a grammarian today, it is my responsibility to pay very close attention to all the speakers and also listen very carefully to their language usage. I'll also be taking note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, or sayings or thoughts. And it's also my duty to introduce the idiom of the day and the word of the day. So, the idiom of the day is bite the bullet. So, this idiom means to endure a painful or a difficult situation with courage and determination, often despite reluctance. It's basically originated from the practice of soldiers biting on a bullet during surgery to help them endure the pain before anesthesia, which is very widely available. For example, despite her fear of public speaking, she decided to bite the bullet and deliver her presentation to a large audience. Now, the word of the day is nebulous, which means hazy, vague, indistinct, or confused. For example, the instructions for the new software was so nebulous that many users found themselves lost and confused on how to proceed. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day, and I will also be giving the grammarian's report when called upon for the meeting, during the meeting, and also reporting on the usage of the word of the day and idiom of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toshma Hridya, for that. With this,
Toastmaster Nikhil, you're muted.
sorry about that. So yeah, me and my tag team will be back with the evaluation after the meeting commences. Back to the TMoD.
So yeah, we were talking about comfort zone. So when exactly did I come across this term comfort zone? So it happened when I was in 8th standard. When so from nursery to 8th, I was studying in a school in my school, and I was very happy there. I knew a lot of people there. Of course, I was studying there for 10 years, so I knew most of the teachers. I had a lot of friends. Everything was going well. Life was really good. And then suddenly, at the end of 8th standard, my parents come up to me and they said, Harsha, you know what? We need to change your school. You are getting into a shell, you're getting into your comfort zone, and we need to take you out of it. I asked, okay, if I'm so comfortable and happy in my life, why should I change? And that's when I got to know about comfort zone. Now, what exactly is comfort zone? For some people, doing their regular routines every day, waking up, doing their job, and then sleeping every day would be their comfort zone. No change, nothing. For some people, a group of people, like their best friends, would be their comfort zone. They would be their best in that particular area alone. For some people, it would just be staying alone without mingling with anybody. For them, that is their comfort zone. So those are the different kind of comfort zone that people have. Do you guys have any idea on what your comfort zone is? Would you like to share? Anyone?
Hey Harsha.
Hi, Jasvitha.
Yeah. I think my comfort zone will be to sleep on my bed on the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, that is one thing each and everyone would relate to and are craving at this point. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for 2 weeks to end or just the whole month to end so that I can just sleep peacefully on my bed. So, that is our comfort zone. Each of us would have our own comfort zone. But unlike today's theme, we have a group of people who today have been very enthusiastic in preparing for their speeches and delivering it today, which could be way outside their comfort zone. And kudos to their courage for doing that. So here we are on to our prepared speeches segment. And I would be calling our first speaker for today, who's Toastmaster Shivansh. Before that, let me introduce his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Nikhilesh, whose intro goes like this. People say get out of your comfort zone, but isn't it the idea to find out what is your comfort zone? Agreed, Nikhilesh. So over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha. So again, good morning, everyone. Please let me know there's a lot of noise, and I'll just wrap this up very quick. Very good morning to everyone, and a special good morning to Toastmaster Shivansh, who will be giving us L3P1 in the pathway innovative planning. The project is to present a proposal. Well, the purpose of this project is for the members to practice developing and presenting a proposal. And timer, please note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes, like a normal speech. And yeah, all the best, Toastmaster Shivansh, for your speech. Looking forward to it. Back to the TMoD.
Okay, so here I am to call upon Shivansh, whose intro goes like this. He says he's a part-time student and a full-time binger. So over to you, Toastmaster Shivansh. His speech title goes like this. Just give it a go. So here I call upon Toastmaster Shivansh. Just give it a go. Just give it a go, Toastmaster Shivansh.
Good morning, everyone. So just before I start my speech, I would like to share my screen and just want a confirmation if you can see what I'm sharing. Okay, are you guys able to see what I'm sharing?
Yes.
Okay, and am I also audible and visible both? Okay, so I'll start. So basically, just give it a go. Life has a lot of challenges in front of you, and sometimes it's better to just give it a go to something that might not be achievable. And that is exactly what I am here proposing to do. Just give it a go to something that might not exactly something that we be able to achieve, but I'm still proposing. So what is the agenda for today? First, the introduction, what I am proposing, and then why we should do it. Why is there a need to do it? Then when to do it, how to do it, and the pros, the cons, and the challenges that comes with it. So what exactly should we plan to do? That's a question some of you might have. Exactly. A Toastmasters Amrita Bangalore trip to Goa. Because sometimes you need a break from your life. You need a break from the monotonous schedule that you somehow always fall into. You just need something to change in your daily life. And that is what I'm proposing. A 3 to 4 day trip to Goa. Why to do it? Exactly as I previously stated, sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you need to break the shackles of your monotonous life, of your day-to-day routine, waking up at 8, going to class at 8:10, coming back at 3:30, then doing some study course, or whatever you do. You just need to break through it. Because at the end of the day, you are tired, sometimes even bored, and sometimes just uninspired to do anything at the end of the day. And that is not what 20s of a person is supposed to be. I know it's important to build your career, but at the same time, it's important to live life a bit. Because when you're 30, you're going to have a whole larger set of responsibilities compared to your 20s. Now, obviously, one thing that is to say is selecting the dates and the venue. As I previously mentioned, Goa is my ideal venue or my dream venue, but obviously it might not be 100% possible. So selecting the dates and venue. The semester is coming to an end, and then there's a 1.5 month break in which many of us are trying for some internships or just want to go home and get into our comfort zone. So these dates are obviously off the limit. The dates would be in the next semester, which is supposed to start on the 17th of July, maybe 1st of August. Maybe that is the time you can, or maybe the weekend of 15th of August. There'll be a holiday. That is the time we can decide upon. Now I know that selecting the dates and venue is a tough job, but we can do it on a later date maybe. Then there are obviously which method would be effective for us to travel. There's the bus, the trains, the personal vehicles, the rented vehicles with driver, and the flights, obviously. So the most expensive of these would obviously be either rented vehicles with driver or the flights. The bus are cheap, but there are thousands of challenges you face through when you travel interstate, and that too at a distance of about 15 to 1500 kilometers. Personal vehicles, again, I'm not sure how many to tab are to add good of a driver that we can use a personal vehicle to travel from Bangalore to Goa. And apart from that, how many of us do own a personal vehicles that we can use it? The final option is train. Now, train is, to be honest, my most preferred method of traveling anywhere, especially since it's cheap, comfortable, and I don't know, but maybe because I'm raised by the Bollywood, there is a special connection to trains compared to the personal vehicles, flights, or buses. All the iconic movies have featured trains. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, and the very infamous Chennai Express, which is also my inspiration on why to go to Goa. This is again something that maybe in a later time we can discuss upon, but these are the 5 options that I have listed out. If any of you do have an option in excluding of these or apart from those, I would like you to just say them loud. Maybe 1 or 2 options, maybe 1 or 2 members of the meeting can say. Okay, I don't think anyone has any other options, so I'll go to the next slide. The pros. As I've so many times told, it will be a relaxing event for us and a major escape from reality, which I think everyone needs at least once in our semester. Because while doing BTech, it's get tiring, it gets uninspiring. It will also be a new experience for many of us, and it will be a great way for a team bonding. For the Toastmaster Amrita Bangalore, all members to bond, it will be a great time and a great way. Because once the curtains are down, the real faces show, and I feel that is a great way to bond. The cons, the major cons that everyone would have in their mind is it's going to be expensive. A trip to anywhere is not cheap. It is pretty expensive, and it is something that, you know, might not be exactly in your budget cost also. And the other would be missing classes. As we know, there is a 75% attendance rule, which many of us barely manage to just get through it in the last week, attending 3 classes and asking ma'am to keep 3 more extra classes so that we can get our 75% attendance. So this would be a huge con, and those who might not be able to manage it might miss out. Challenges. As I previously mentioned, everyone has a busy schedule. For some of us, it would be our 4th year. For some, it would be 3rd, and for some, it would be 2nd. And as the 4th years will be busy in our placement schedule, the 3rd years will have them projects and the minor projects. The 2nd year, finally, they would see what BTech really is. Then, 2nd, taking permission. Now, asking to your parents for a permission to a trip to Goa in India is pretty much akin to biting a bullet. It would be tough, and you will have to have thousands of excuses ready for the tens and tons of questions. And as previously mentioned, tight budgets may also be a huge challenge to this trip or this venture that I'm trying to get through. So, in conclusion, I'd like to say I would hope and I would love to have this trip at some point of a Toastmaster journey, of a college journey. I'm not too optimistic about it, but being realistic, I do feel there's maybe a 10% chance or maybe a 5% chance that this comes to fruition. And years later, we have a nebulous memory of, oh, we went to go with our Toastmasters family. And thanking everyone to listening to my proposal. These are my details given. Thanks a lot, everyone. I will now be open to any questions if anyone does have any. I'm not sure if anyone has any questions. So thank you. That will be all from my side. Over to Toastmaster Harsha, the TMoD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivansh, for that wonderful speech. Next up, I would like to introduce the next speaker, Toastmaster Sanidhya. And before that, I would like to introduce his evaluator, Toastmaster Sharanya, who says, speaking out of comfort zone, I feel that tab really pushed me out of my comfort zone in terms of public speaking. So over to you, Toastmaster Sharanya.
Thank you, TMoD Harsha. So I'm going to be giving his L1P4 Part 2 speech in the pathway presentation. So this project is for the member to practice applying feedback as well as serve as a speech evaluator in a club meeting. And the purpose of this particular speech is for the member to demonstrate his capacity in delivering a speech that is effective and also applies the feedback that was given in the previous speech. Please note that the timing is from 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Sanidhya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharanya. And now I introduced our second speaker for today, Toastmaster Sanidhya, whose intro goes like this. Staying in Amrita is definitely not my comfort zone, and I can't agree with him more. So welcome on board, Sanidhya. His speech title goes like this. It's 3000. So Toastmaster Sanidhya, 3000, 3000, Toastmaster Sanidhya.
A quick AV check, everyone. Am I both audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Ting! I think I received a notification. 3000 credited to my account. I mean, it's the start of the month, right? Definitely, I have some greens with me. I believe this is the case with most of us, and especially those who are not living with their parents. Because those of you who are living with your parents, you guys are rich anyhow. But for those of us who live in either hostels or PGs, the start of the month has an amazing specific feeling to it. The moment that you receive a message from your bank accounts, X thousand credited. I mean, the positive energy that comes with that moment, oh my God. We are not scared of planning something new. The very next moment, we're just making plans. Okay, let's go, we'll eat somewhere. Or some of you may be like, guys, booze is on me. It's surprising to me. The positive energy that comes with just one statement is surprising. No matter how difficult the time is, the smile that this thing brings to our face is unstoppable. But trying something new or making plans, everything requires money expenditure. There are few who are wise spenders. They plan and they spend wisely. And there are some who don't spend only, always filled with money. But then comes me, the craziest of them all. I am someone who spends 80% in the first week and 20% in the following 3. I get money in this hand and I end up spending it from this hand. Now, even though I know how bad this practice is, I can't control myself. I can't stop the excitement that I have the moment I see the message of money in my account. I can't stop this hand of mine who ends up spending everything the moment this hand gets. But with this, I would like to tell you about a specific Thursday afternoon. On Thursdays, I have a lab in the post-lunch period, and thus my break on Thursdays is very short. Due to which, on that day, I happened to be in a situation of chewing up anything I see. I was super hungry. Thus, the college ended, and the basic modus operandi. I called my dear friend Nikhil, our dear Toastmaster Nikhil, to go out and eat something. And he, always being ready for such plans, said yes immediately. We scan our ID cards and off we are onto the journey of food. I had made up my mind very clearly. Food. I had the only intention that I'll go out, eat a roll, and come back. I mean, imagine a crispy, crunchy roll filled with tender, juicy paneer and all the amazing sauces and seasonings. Heaven. And all this fun just for 60-70 rupees. In a state of die hunger, this is the best thing you can get. Now, do you guys find any difficulty in this plan? I mean, 60-70 rupees is not that big of a deal for us, right? But had that been the case, I wouldn't be telling you about the story today. As we were walking towards the roll shop, I hear a voice in the most innocent tone, a voice asking me a question. Hey bro, you want a drink? Now, whose voice can it be? Any guesses? I mean, it's very much evident. It was Toastmaster Nikhil. And to this question of his, I replied, drink what, bro? That, bro? Now, this was a Thursday afternoon. And believe me when I say it, nobody drinks on a Thursday afternoon. Like no one. If you are a mad person, then only you'll be finding yourself drinking on a Thursday afternoon. And obviously, due to this fact, I replied to his question without thinking. Let's go, bro. Booze is on. And the next thing I remember, we are walking towards the store which gets most of its sale from our college, and yet you have to look around, check if anyone is there, and then enter the store. Of course, DRB spirit it is. As we enter the store and we were walking through the shelves, there was a subconscious subtraction going on in my head. Minus 300, minus 400, minus 1000, minus 1200. But you remember that sweet, innocent voice that I heard? Yeah, that voice. That voice was making me ignore all these statements that were going on in my subconscious mind. That day, my friends, I had to bite the bullet. And the plan of 70 to 60 rupees made me spend 1500 rupees. As a human being, you learn by looking at people. So it is obvious that if you are with people who are great in financial skills, you learn the skills yourself. But when it comes to me, I was blessed with people like Toastmaster Nikhil, Toastmaster Nikhilesh, Toastmaster Abhiram, who are the worst people in handling money. Believe me when I say it, you cannot find any person lower than them who has a worse money spending problem. Even though I want to save money, with people like these, I stand no chance. But now I feel that I want to save money. I want to feel once in my lifetime how it feels to have some money left in your bank account after 15th of every month. And hence, I have decided that I will not spend money without thinking about it twice. I will plan my month ahead and then only I'll spend my money. I will not get excited the moment I get money in my bank account. Think, oh, I think I have a notification. Oh, 3,000 credited to my account. Guys, let's go. The booze is on me today. Thank you so much. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Harsha.
That was an amazing speech by Toastmaster Sanidhya. Next up, we have our last speaker for today, that is Toastmaster Smrithi. And before we call her up, I would like to introduce her speech evaluator, that is Toastmaster Jasvitha. And she says she's too deep in her comfort zone to think of an introduction. So over to you, Jasvitha.
Good morning, everyone. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Smrithi, is attempting her L1P2 in the pathway of persuasive influence. And the purpose of this particular speech is writing a speech with a purpose. And the project has to, the member has to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Timer, please keep a note. The speech title is 5 to 7 minutes. And back to the team.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jasvitha. And now I call upon Toastmaster Arpita, whose intro is the same as her speech title. So I'll directly introduce her speech title. Toastmaster Smrithi, Dreams, Death, Party. Dreams, Death, Party, Toastmaster Smrithi.
Good morning, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I know the title sounds a little intimidating, but you'll get to it in a bit. So, how many of you here who know who Kanan Gill is? You know, super famous comedian, pretty funny, personally a favorite of mine. How many of you here have, cool. How many of you here have watched his recent special, the comedy special, Is This It? Okay, some people have watched it. So I hope you agree that it was a great piece, honestly. And if you have watched it, then you'll realize that this is kind of related to it. If you haven't, this is fresh to you, and I hope you enjoy it. So don't worry, the title is a little intimidating. It says Dreams, Death, Party, but that is not the whole title. I just shortened it because it's a pretty long 3-point propaganda, actually. The entire title goes, give up your dreams, death is coming, let's party. And this is something that all of you will relate to right now, because I am pretty sure that all of us, we have like 2 weeks until our end semester exams. And I'm fairly sure that I won't be wrong in saying that all of us as students are in the same situation. We are drowning in assignments, quizzes, evaluations, all of it. We are literally drowning in them. The college basically went, okay, here you go with Kalanjali, you can have a little bit of fun. And after this, we will be putting you in a pressure cooker where you will be cooked. You will be having consecutive quizzes and simultaneous assignments and evaluations. How are we supposed to work with such an impossible schedule? Nobody cares. It's fine. And that too, attendance for Kalanjali was compulsory. So don't think you could have prepared for what's coming. And apart from all of this, all of your teachers are looking for extra classes, taking extra classes, all of your extra slots to complete attendance, complete portions, and whatever portions are going on is just basically wrapping off the slides content. Whatever is the most important content of the course for your entire semester is now going to be covered in a wrap in 2 weeks. And yes, we couldn't have covered this in the previous part of the semester. It is going to happen now. Now, as a student, this is the time you will start to experience the 5 stages of grief, right? You know about them, right? The first stage, denial. Second one, bargaining. Second one, anger. Third, bargaining. Fourth, depression. And fifth, acceptance. First, we talk about denial. Now, all of us will have that one friend in the group who's like the overachieving student, or at least one person who studies. And they realize the mountain of work that is coming our way. And they sit and probably mark it on a calendar or make a list of each date with each thing that is due, each assignment, each quiz. And you look at it and you see that there is at least 3 things under each date. And you go, no, I am not looking at the sheet now. I've just had a little bit of fun. Let me chill for a bit, and semesters are coming anyway. I'm not looking at the sheet right now. And you look at the date on the first date on the sheet, and it says 3rd of May, and you're like, okay, 2nd of May, I will look at the sheet again. As of now, just leave me alone. Denial. We're all happy right now. We're just like, 2nd of May, I will see what to do. This is the denial stage. All of us are pretty chill right now. We don't know how much work is going to come as in waves in our way. And then we come to the second stage. You see that the date is 2nd of May. Now you open the calendar where your friend has marked all of these things and you look at it. And the first thing you feel is fear because, oh my God, there is so much to do. And then you think, well, this is not humanly possible. And all of you agree to be angry about it. You start complaining about the teachers, about the way the college is scheduling things. How are we supposed to work with the schedule like this? And semesters are 2 weeks away. None of this makes sense. And all of you are just, complaining, anger, everyone is heated up. And everybody agrees with this. This will last for like a couple of hours when all of you are angry about everything and the college management and the faculty and the scheduling and everything. And then you realize that this is not going to help. You have to do something about it. So we move on to the third stage, which is bargaining. Now you realize that the only thing you can try to do is probably talk to the teachers. So you go, if you are very, very lucky, in very rare cases, maybe 1 or 2 teachers might extend 1 or 2 deadlines. Maybe one teacher somehow falls sick, which somehow happens with our math department every time. Every semester in the end, the math faculty just has to take leave. So that works out in that case. But we are just stuck. It is very rare that you will get any extension. And you know this while going in as well. And you come out of this stage having bargained, probably got one deadline, shifted. And now you sit. And here comes the fourth stage, depression. You are stuck in this rut with so much work around you, so many due dates, and you think to yourself, why didn't I just start before? Why did I have to wait for so long? Why am I such a bad student? Why am I so bad at this, so bad at that? And all of it, all of the sad thoughts start coming in. And now here comes the first point of the propaganda. Give up your dreams. You might have started with a dream of at the beginning of the semester filled with optimism, thinking, okay, at least this semester I will have a plan. I will aim for an 8.5 plus CGPA. I have a quote on my desktop. I have a vision board if you want. And you had some optimism. So here, give up your dreams because death is coming. You know right now that there is no way you are going to be able to survive all of this mountain of work. Death is coming. You know that. And now we move to the fifth stage of grief, which is acceptance. Acceptance. Now you know this assignment is gone. My grade is going to drop. And you sit here at 8 p.m. on 2nd of May. You have 3 assignments due tomorrow. And you think to yourself, fine, we are stuck anyways. Why not party? Just have fun. You buy a bottle of Coke, you buy kurkure, chips, whatever, start the music and just start working on your assignments. Right? Let's party. Give up your dreams. Death is coming. Let's party. Right? Now, the thing is, all fun and jokes aside, this is the case with most of us as college students. The schedule is just way too overworking, and we, no matter how planned you are, cannot possibly, have a successful schedule with this. So this 3-point propaganda is like a joke, give up your dreams, death is coming, let's party, just take it light and try your best in the situation because you, at the beginning of the semester, had the courage to step out of your comfort zone, try to make things happen, try to have fun, try to study, try to balance and everything. And yet the end semester just always feels like this. So don't blame yourself too much over there. It's all of our case. So my point is that your comfort zone shouldn't be something that is defined by just, grades or how well you perform academically and stuff, but also how you feel. Because no matter what, there are going to be uncontrollable factors that are going to change all of these things. And how you feel is all you have. So if you just feel like, now is the moment, I'm having fun, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, I'm going to have everything. This is the way that you can, actually move with your comfort zone. So I believe that your comfort zone moves with you. And as students, I hope you get through this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smrithi. Now, we got to know what comfort zone is, what our comfort zones are. We are still in the process of discovering what our comfort zone is. But why do people keep telling us to step out of our comfort zone? Have you given a thought? Maybe it's just because if you're just too into your shell, when you don't know when you just know what's going on in your life becomes very predictable. You don't know, what's going to happen next. And you just lose all the thrill and spice that's going to come in your life if it just becomes too predictable. That is one point. And secondly, when you know things are going to happen, you're not nervous. You don't know what anxiety is, and you don't know how far you can go without without trying things out, right? So maybe that's why people say step out of your comfort zone, because that's where life begins. Now, you can just picture yourself as this rubber band. You can be this nice round little creature when you're just way too comfortable with your life, and you just know what you're doing when you're just happy there. But then only once you stretch yourselves out, you know how flexible you can get and how much you can achieve and all the wonders that you can create. But trust me, getting out of your comfort zone is definitely no easy joke. It requires a lot of courage, guts, and first of all, you need to push yourself out. Either you can push yourselves out, or you need someone to give you that push to push you out of your comfort zone. So you're out of your comfort zone, but now you need to be prepared to answer all the to have answers to all the impromptu surprises and shocks that life throws at you. You're not prepared because obviously you don't know what's coming at you. So are you ready to answer all those questions? How prepared are you? This is what the next segment is going to test. That is your impromptu speaking sessions, the table topic sessions, which is going to be conducted by our table topic master, Toastmaster Arpita. And her intro goes like this. I was who just says, I want to come out of my comfort zone. So that's Toastmaster Arpita for you. Over to you, Arpita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsha. Quick check. Am I audible? Anyone? Am I audible? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Yes, thank you so much. So, well, I want to come out of my comfort zone. This is what I heard, and this is what I wanted to do. But then I realized that comfort zone is something different, and getting a fear is something different. So, before I start talking all this, I want to tell you guys that to ace your fears and just come up and just talk about whatever questions which are completely relatable. And also you'll go out, you when you step down on the stage, of course you have some kind of happiness within you, which is to ace the fears. And yeah, so who will be my face there? Anyone, or should I pick anyone who's gonna be my first volunteer? No one? Am I audible? Okay. Shivansh wants to go first. All right, Shivansh. Please pick a number from 1 to 6.
3.
Cool. So a you have a comfort zone time machine where you just go back. You have just invented a time machine for yourself, and you can just travel in the past, and then you can revisit when you stepped out of your comfort zone to to for a better experience, or to ace your fears, or to ace your exams maybe. So can you please share your own time machine when you just stepped out of your comfort zone once?
Can you repeat the question? I didn't exactly get it. I got the
Okay,
first
so you
part, but kind of lost track.
right. Okay, so you are assigned with you have developed a time machine where you can go past. Only you can go to your past, to your own past, and there you have gone to a phase where you are trying to come out of your own comfort zone. So can you please share your experience of the first time when you just came out, and how was it?
Okay, so okay, I got your question.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm gonna talk about my school days. During 9th, thanks to Amity, every 9th class, we go to a camp in Amity, Manesar. And we are supposed to live there as NCC candidates, obviously much lenient in our camp compared to an NCC camp, quite obviously. So now one thing that you guys might or might not know about me is that I'm very scared of heights. Like, I'm scared of heights so much that I haven't even gone to the terrace of my society even once. So I'm really scared of heights. And at the second last day of a 5-day camp, we had an activity planned for us. The activity was obviously planned by the authorities for us, which was paragliding. Yeah, paragliding. Now, me and one of my friends, I'm gonna name him, and I'm not gonna name him. Me and one of my friends, both of us scared of height. About a batch of 140 students, yeah, 140 students will take. 135 students, they've done the activity of paragliding. 5 students remain. 2 are me and my friend. We're still deciding. Bhai nahi chalte na, which translates to, brother, let's just don't do it. Let's just don't go. Let's go back to our bunkers, sleep, do whatever we want to do. But let's just don't go on this. But, you know, maybe being pushed by friends, maybe just mustering up enough courage, I decide to do that activity. And it was pretty much, it was the maybe not the best, but a great 2 minutes I had in air before I actually realized, oh God, I'm so high. And I started screaming midway. But if given the chance, I'll do it all over again the same. That's my time. Back to the TTM Toastmaster Arpita.
Thank you. It's also gives me kind of nostalgia. And they used to make you do plans or didn't if you had tie with you or you didn't have your belt with you. So moving on, who's going to be my next volunteer?
Arpita.
Yes. All right, Jasvitha. Can you pick a number between 1 to 6?
1 to? What? Can you repeat it again?
Can you pick? Yeah. Can you pick a number from 1 to 6 except 3?
5.
5. Okay. So so everyone has their own comfort song or comfort karaoke. So this is nothing but your own comfort and we will read it. So can you comfort how right and this make comfort.
Arpita, I'm sorry I can't hear you. Like I heard only till the comfort song. Hello? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, Jasvitha, you're
Yeah,
audible.
you are.
Like Arpita, if it's possible, can you send it in the chat?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. No, I
Is anyone speaking anything, or am I the only one not able to hear anything?
I don't think anyone is speaking, Shivansh. Arpita is sending me the question, I guess. Okay, I got the question. Just to repeat the question, she asked me what my comfort zone is and how my comfort zone music relatable to my comfort zone. Okay. Can I start now, timer?
Yes.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. I am pretty sure that each one of us have that particular comfort zone music that we hum, we scream, even though how beautiful that song is played and composed and sung by a singer. When it comes to our throats, that to give that sense of comfort and to give that sense of comfort and that sense of the lovingness, we tend to make our own versions of it and just sing it until the people next to you scream stop. And that's what my comfort zone is for me. And there is this one particular song in Telugu called Gali Vanalo Vananiklo. It's a very sad song where the hero gets lost in an island. He just is away from everything. There is a storm coming up. And I used to sing this song so loudly during my 11th and 12th just because I couldn't handle any, any more work. I couldn't handle any more assignments. And the song was not even anywhere related to the situation I'm going through. But that song, when I was singing it, it used to irritate my friends so much that it used to bring me my own comfort zone. Hey, you are getting irritated. That irritation is bringing me that evil smirk on my face. So I am very comfortable and I can forget about whatever torture that my 11th college is giving me. So maybe the comfort zone is not always comfortable for others, but for me it was. And that song helped me a lot. And I think this is my answer. Back to the PDM.
Thank you so much, Jasvitha. Also, am I audible? Clear? Cool. So, Toastmaster Jasvitha, you explained the right amount of the song which you have a comfort in, and I can relate to it. Even I can go ahead and like scream out of my throat of this, give me sunshine from Three Idiots, because we are still hooked up with exams, assignments, and all those stuff. Well, moving on. Who's gonna be my third volunteer? Okay, Toastmaster Ram, can you please pick up a number from 1 to 6, except uh, 3 and 5?
2.
Okay, 2. So you have a comfort zone challenge. So this is nothing but you have to pick a Toastmaster from any one of us here and convince them to come out of their comfort zone. Did you get my question?
Yeah, got it. Should it be a conversation or should it be a monologue?
It should be a conversation. So you have to pick out some or the other person over here and then convince them to come out of the comfort zone.
Hey, Shivansh, are you up for it?
Okay, I can give it a shot.
Okay, I'll start. Hey, Shivansh, what's up? How are you doing?
Just tired, hoping to somehow get my Open Lab project even started at this point.
Oh, sounds interesting. So, what do you think your comfort zone is?
What do I think my comfort zone is? Walking alone with earbuds in my hand, in my ears at 1 a.m., 12 a.m.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. That it's most of us would do. But would you think you'll ever be able to come out of it?
Would I ever be able to come out of my comfort zone? If the situation absolutely demands, not even demands me, if the situation absolutely forces me.
Okay, so I would give you a scenario of how it would be if you didn't wear your earphones late in the night, walking down the road around 1 a.m. So just visualize, you just finished your day in college, and there's been a lot of That's been going on in your mind, but you start walking. And at that night, you hear crickets chirping and you see random bike noises. And there's silence all around. You just hear a breeze, rustling of leaves. And you walk, just alone with you and your thoughts, nothing else. Just visualize this in front of you. There is no other noise which you face from morning 8 o'clock to 3:30 or till when your hostel roommates are there. You just walk down the road only with you and yourself. I would say this would require a lot of courage to just be alone with you and your thoughts. But end of the day, you're all by yourself. So what if we don't have our phones? Visualize the time back then. So you have to bite a bullet and take it and just move ahead. It's always us alone. So I would request you to try this out sometime without music. Just have a walk late in the night. So what do you say, Shivansh?
Sure, we'll do this time around and give you an update.
And that's it from my side. Over to the TTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ram. Well, this was more of a conjuring story than, yeah, it was stepping out of the comfort zone, but yeah. Moving on, who's going to be my next volunteer? Okay, Nikhilesh. Nikhilesh, pick a number between 1 to 6, except 2, 3, and 5. I didn't get you. Can you repeat again?
4. Audible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
4.
Okay, 4. Okay. So everyone has this set of, okay, everyone has a set of comfort food at proper times. When you're cold, then you can have the hot cup of Maggie, or when you're uh, when it's hot like this in Bangalore, then you can just have a ice cream. So can you please tell what is your comfort zone and your comfort uh, food accompanied with it and the reason behind it?
Wait, I didn't get the last part of it. Can you just
Okay,
repeat
so
the question?
right. So see, everyone has their comfort food, right? So can you just explain, taking by one example of your own comfort food and why is it so comfortable for you?
All right. Hello, everyone. So, comfort food for me. Well, to be very honest, I don't have a specific menu of choice that I'd like to have. Anything which fills my stomach at this point is comfortable for me because, well, one thing is I live in hostel. So, yeah, my go-to food currently is either dal chawal or no food at all. And so that's one. But something I'd like to have is since Maggi is not Maggi, since dal chawal is what we have every day. Sometimes at night, 1 or 2, we get to have what is it called, Maggi or scrambled eggs, all of that. So that becomes my comfort zone because again, I don't comfort food because one thing it's late at night, there's not much available. So, and on top of it, making food can be very chaotic in hostel, especially when you're doing it with friends. So you have to, you fight out who's gonna clean the vessels, who's gonna clean the utensils, who's gonna uh, make the food, even though if it's Maggie, who's gonna bring water to make Maggie and all of that. So that whole part process, it's comforting and chaotic. So that's why anything I have at night 1 o'clock becomes comforting for me after the tabletop monster.
All right, Nikhilesh, thank you so much for that sneaky peeky comfort food, which we all love, of course. Who will be my next volunteer? Anyone? Am I audible? Can I pick one of those? Okay, how about Toastmaster Nikhil? You try a
Yep, sure.
yeah. So pick a number from, okay, you have only two options, that is 1 and 6. Which would you go up?
Go with 6.
All right. So you have, okay, just imagine yourself to be in an auction. You have a comfort zone auction there. So imagine you are in an auction and you are bidding on your experiences of that push you outside your comfort zone. You have to just tell about your bidding with someone, and you have to tell the best experience you came out of your comfort zone once in your life. Did you get
Right.
my
Yeah, I got it. Like, should I pick someone, or I could just imagine a guy who's next to me and just bidding with him?
Yeah, you should imagine a guy who is next to you or a monologue.
Yeah, all right. So the thing I'm bidding is the time when I got off my comfort zone, right?
Yeah, right. Correct.
All right. Okay. I'll take some time. Well, comfort zone, like I reached college after I completed my inter, right? It was like total JEE prep and everything was just going so fast. I just needed a break. So college first sem, I thought, let's take a break. Let's take a break from everything. Let's take it down. Let's go slow and do something that's very comfortable. Just stay comfortable. Let's not study much. Let's not do something much. Let's stay quiet. Anything I want to start, I'm going to start it from the next sem. If it's sports, it will start from next sem. If it's game, it's going to be starting from next sem. Nothing around. Just start something from next sem. But there was a challenge presented to me. The moment I entered the college, there were all these clubs panning around here and there and telling me that, hey, you should join, you should join. If you don't join now, there's no way you're going to make it in the next semester. It's better to join as early as you could. And I didn't want to get out of my comfort zone. I didn't want to put all the effort to go to a technical club, give an interview, go to a like a cultural club, give an audition or something like that. So I was stung along between the things I wanted to do and my comfort zone. But finally, like I thought for a moment, like, when are we not out of our comfort zone? We're always out of the comfort zone, in and out. It's a privilege that we are in a comfort zone for some time, but always we're running out. So it was a decision. Should I make it? Should I go out and do the auditions? Because there's no guarantee that I would pass any audition or get into a technical club. So should I ruin that? That was the main question I had. But finally, when I was like, no, let's do this. We are in the college. It's not going to come again back to you, right? The time is not going to come back to you again. So I went out. I gave auditions to literally each and every club I knew. And believe me, after this first 2 weeks, I couldn't get into any clubs. There was only one club I could get into, and all the other clubs, I got rejected from all the other clubs. I was thinking back then that, was it the right decision to come out of my comfort zone and do all that, where I could just simply rest? But now when I think about it, I feel like I did the right thing. Well, sitting in the comfort zone, I wouldn't have a story to tell in the table topic today, but at least that experience, made me let go of that fear of getting rejected in a college. Very important thing, and it got me a topic in table topic. So that would be it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nikhil, and your bidding was really nice. It was really appreciated. Well, even all of us can relate to it because we've come from that whole threshold of JEE, and then you come up to the college and Amrita happens. So moving on, who's going to be my last volunteer? No one? Guys, come on. Anyone, please ace of yours. The last chance. You have the last chance. Or should I pick anyone of you? Okay, how about Sanidhya, you give it a go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so the only option you have is the comfort zone hotel. So imagine you are in a comfort hotel where there are, everything you need, but there's something which is missing, which is defined in your comfort zone. So can you please elaborate that there's one particular thing which is missing in your definition of comfort, and then let us know about it? Did you get my question?
Yeah, I did. I believe that a soft, comfortable mattress is all a person needs. And especially when you are in a hotel filled with stuff that make you feel comfortable, say a bed, a TV, a Netflix or Prime subscription, few games, amazing food, I think that is your life. You are living the best moment of it. However, even if these things are present, there's one thing that no matter what is definitely needed. That is a soft, comfortable pillow. I'm a person who has 3 pillows on his bed. And for me, pillows are something that have great importance in my life. I need one pillow under my head, one pillow under my hand, one pillow under my legs, and I just can't live without pillows. So even if I am given all the comfortable things that can be available in this world in a particular hotel room, if my pillow is not there, I will be the most crankiest person ever. If I want to play games, I need pillows behind my back. If I want to sleep, I need pillows behind my neck. If I want to just fight with someone, I need pillows to fight with someone. So if there's a hotel and one thing is missing, pillows will be the most irritating aspect for me, and I won't be able to live without a pillow, even if the room is the most comfortable room you'll ever find. So for me, my comfort zone object will be a pillow. Back to the table topics master. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Sanidhya. Well, even I can relate with that because even I think I need 2 pillows at the maximum, which one for a hug and one to sleep. So yeah, moving on. That's all with my own time. Back to the TMoD.
Okay, so that was a wonderful table topic session. Moving on, the general evaluator, do we have time for a 2-minute break?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay, so let's take a break for 2 minutes and then get back. Sure. So, Nadia, can I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. And we were talking about how challenging it is to get out of our comfort zone. So now, yeah, obviously, because stepping outside our comfort zone means stepping into a world full of uncertainties. You don't know what challenges life throws at you, and sometimes you might just feel lost without knowing where to go, how to tackle things. And that's when we might yearn for one mentor, one guide who just guides us through the entire process or just helps us getting life back on track. Yeah, sorry for that. So we just yearn for that one mentor or a guide who just helps us get our lives back on track in case we are going off track, deviating from our goals. And here we are in this meeting, the general evaluators and a whole lot of evaluators who are here to evaluate your speeches and then guide you so that you can get better the following days. So over to the general evaluator for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha, for that. So starting with the evaluations, before that, I would like to say that all the speeches were great. So coming to the evaluation, I'd like to call the first evaluator, Toastmaster Nikhilesh, for evaluating Toastmaster Shivansh.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Very good morning to one and all present. Okay, actually, good afternoon, everyone, and very good afternoon to Toastmaster Shivansh. Shivansh, are you there? Toastmaster Shivansh. Okay, you're there. All right.
Yeah, I can turn camera actually. I can turn on my camera actually. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So, okay. So let's start with the good things you've done today. Actually, there's not a lot of bad things. There's only good things which I can talk about because your proposal was pitch perfect. And to start off, the presentation which you made, well, first of all, kudos on using a prop in a meeting. It becomes, especially in an online meeting, I mean, we hardly see props in any of the meetings. And on top of that, an online meeting, it's even more rare. So good job. You've used a presentation, and not only have you used a presentation, it was quite evident that you've put in a lot of effort in making that presentation. I mean, you have put in effort to make the presentation. It wasn't just a bland, simple presentations with words here and there. You put in your effort, you've taken your time with it. So I can assume I can make a fair assumption that you've put in a lot of preparation time and effort into this particular project. And as an evaluator, I'm happy with that. Well, coming to the next thing, your proposal was not only just put forward, but a lot of convincing was also attempted. Now, I'm not sure how much you've been able to convince, how much you've been able to reach your audience, because the only way to judge that is when we actually go to Goa. So, yeah, so these are the two good things. And you were quite confident on the virtual stage. It didn't feel like, you needed a stage to actually speak. You just show that you can, irrespective of what the medium is, how the meeting is conducted, what is the mode, can deliver the speech the way you want to do it. So that's a very good thing. You had confidence, and your presentation was absolutely there. Effort was put in, and all of that was done. So great job. Coming to something which we can work upon was one thing is you had okay. So I'm not sure if it's a suggestion, if it's a good thing or a bad thing. You had a blurred background, which we usually recommend. We usually recommend the speakers to not have that because it might hinder and interfere with their hand gestures and body movements the way, this part of my hand is not visible right now, something like that. But you didn't have a lot of hand gestures. You didn't require a lot of them. So I think not a problem there, but next time you're giving a speech, try to make sure that your background is not blurred. And the introduction part of your speech, well, it seemed a bit like you were trying to, obviously you were trying to make sure that your audible optimistic, but towards the end you were like, I don't know if it will work out or not, but let's see what happens. Don't be that way. It will work out. If you are confident and optimistic enough, if the person who's suggesting and proposing it is confident enough, it will definitely work out. And yeah, so the one thing I'd like you to work on your next speech would be not using a blurred background and trying to make the introductory part of your speech a bit more smooth. Apart from that, a wonderful speech. Yeah. I'm not sure if your plan will be a success, but your proposal was a success. So congratulations, and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhilesh. Starting with your evaluation, I think it was a great evaluation. You used the classic method of positive, then a bit of things that would work on. Again, on the positive end, you ended it properly, which gave your speaker a better evaluation than he could require. And things that I would like to add on to your evaluation is there was few more things that you could add to your evaluation, like giving him an example of how he could improve it. He used a prop properly, and the background part where you told him that there is a blur background. I think it was a very rare thing to notice. So I'll give you kudos on that. But I hope that you don't encourage him to use that every time, because some people use a blur background because they don't want the pictured background which don't suits their speech topic sometimes, right? If you're going for a pictured background or something, if your topic is Goa, you try to pick one, and if you don't find it, you pick the blur background. So that is something that we could, go here there. So apart from that, I think it was a great evaluation. Coming to Toastmaster Shivansh, I would say that Toastmaster Shivansh, you had a very good topic. It was a very common idea going to Goa, right? To innovate on the common problems is where the innovative skills are, like more evident. And you had used a prop that was very good. The only thing that I would like you to add to your speech was a detailing. You said when you used a two-part thing like a car, a train, if you used a bit more detailed research on that, like you did a bit more research on, like you tell the cost price of a train or traveling by a car, that would enhance your innovative planning. It would tell audience, give a audience a clear idea of how much they're going to spend, and it would, you would influence people better. So the only thing that I would like to add you, the challenge I would like to give you is enhance your detailing or research your details. That will enhance your speech as an innovative planner. Apart from that, thank you. It was a great speech. Coming to the next speaker, it will be Toastmaster Sanidhya. For evaluating him, I would call his evaluator Toastmaster Sharanya.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Ding. And wait, that's 3,000 points for Toastmaster Sanidhya's speech. Just like any L1 P4 project works, you have to usually repeat your speech for a second time. And when you do that, usually you would be like a little underconfident, or because you've already given the speech once, giving it again would like lower your morale. But for some reason, Toastmaster Sanidhya didn't do that, and it was actually exciting and equally as impactful as the first time he delivered his speech. The parts well done that I would like to tell is that you had perfect hand gestures, even though it was an online medium. You used hand gestures as well as your stage usage. Like, for example, when you were talking about Toastmaster Nikhil, you moved towards the side, indicating that it was a different person. You also used dialogues to talk about how Toastmaster Nikhil spoke. That being said, a few to compare what happened in the last speech, one point that was from your last speech was that you had excessive exclamations in terms of super, 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 or oh my god. This time you definitely reduced on that, and that was a very good improvement. Another part from your last speech was that you tend to look at the ground a lot while speaking. This time that was completely not there. It not just minimized, you totally cut down on that. That was really well done. And like I said last time, the descriptions of your food were really well done. It actually gives you a sense of feeling that the speaker felt exactly the same way to the listener. Now, I have one small improvement that you could take into consideration is that when you are giving a speech, it has voice modulation very well done, but it's in such a way that it's in the same pattern throughout the speech. It's the same impact at the same intervals of time. So for example, there was this sentence called, had that been the case, would I be telling you this story today? And the way you did it was that, had that been the case, would I be telling you the story today? Instead, if you could change the voice modulation for every sentence according to what it is, for example, had I been the case, would I be telling you the story today? Like a little bit different for each part of the sentence for all the sentences rather than having the same impact structure for every sentence. That is just one small evaluation I'd like to give for your further speeches. And that being said, congratulations on finishing your L1 finally. And a huge round of applause for that. That will be my evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharanya, for that evaluation. Coming to your evaluation, I think you had a very structured evaluation. You said the things you could improve on, and very, how do I say that? How do I put it? That was a very keen observation from your part, about a small things which could make a great impact on a speech. Apart from that, I think it's a very good evaluation. Nothing on your part. Coming to the speaker, sorry, I forgot a small thing. I would ask Toastmaster Sharanya to give him a challenge. Like he's completed his level 1, so a challenge would be good to end, evaluation. Challenging with something that he has not improved. Like you could have said that the challenge I would like to give you is work more on your voice modulation or something like that. Apart from that, I think it was a brilliant evaluation. Coming to the speaker, Toastmaster Sanidhya, I think again you started from 3000, your speech title, and with that you put on an act, you bring everything properly down to the structure, you gave the reason for why you picked the topic, the reason why you want to change this. Apparently it was me and Toastmaster Nikhilesh. And you gave the reason why you don't stop it. So it was a proper structured speech, and as your speech project this sum, I think you have properly reduced the over explanations, like your evaluator said that, which added more subtleness to your speech apart from the last time. So I think you have improved in that part. Apart from that, I think it was a brilliant speech. Coming to the third speaker of today, it is Toastmaster Smrithi, and to evaluate her, it's Toastmaster Jasvitha.
Good morning, everyone, and I'm here to evaluate Toastmaster Smrithi. Toastmaster Smrithi, you started your speech with "Give up your dreams, death is coming, and let's party." And you have given the context of this particular statement by connecting it with a popular video of a popular stand-up comedian. And as a person who is not aware of that, I was very intrigued by your introduction so that I can learn more about this. And you have given a catch for this statement by saying it's a 3-point propaganda. So when a person comes up with a propaganda, audience just gets very interested to listen what it is all about. And you started with your experiences and your dreams and what the context of this propaganda with your examinations. And you have given a very relatable statement of connecting the Kalanjali and the next events, that the pressure cooker and where you will be cooked. So that each and everyone in the audience is a college student and we have all gone through it. So a very relatable point. And you started with the 5 stages of denial. I must say it's a very well structured speech. Each of the denial stages is related to one such example that has elevated that stage of stages of denial so much so that each of us could feel that particular instance going on in our minds. That particular sheet our classmates prepared that makes us run far away from it. You have described fear, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Each one of it really well. And one of the suggestions that I would give you is that while you're giving your speeches, you have repeated a few words that can reduce the effectiveness of your speech. Sometimes you have said, all of us are angry, with your management. You have repeated it twice or thrice. While once gives it a value, while you're repeating it twice or thrice, it just makes the content that you're giving next to have lesser amount of time, and it leaves you in hand with lesser amount of time for your conclusion and the remaining parts. So I'd like for you to focus on reducing your repetitions. And while I have to say that your pace was really, really good, but it's an online meeting, you're restricted with your body language. But while you're telling about your denial, stages of denial, well, 5 denials, you can use your hand gestures effectively and also your vocal modulation. And while you're telling fear, anger, and lastly, acceptance. So each of these stages can be emphasized with your vocal modulation and your hand gestures very effectively. And while you told about your propaganda, I felt it a little bit difficult to connect everything with the conclusion. Why half the stages of denial relates with the propaganda, and maybe you could have extended your conclusion a little bit more to give a little more of explanation so that everything goes in sync. These are my suggestions. Very good pace, very well structured speech. Focus on your repetitions. Focus on your conclusion a bit more so that it emphasizes your whole speech and a very good speech, and work on your body language. Thank you. Back to the general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jasvitha. That was a brilliant evaluation. I have nothing much to add to it. The small point that I would like to add to Toastmaster Jasvitha's evaluation is, Toastmaster Jasvitha, I think I understand is a very, it's a holiday and we are all at home. We're not at the best of ourselves with the looks and all. So I would like to ask you to next time, please turn on your camera, because it makes a bit of more impact when you're doing it with your evaluate. You're telling it to the speaker. When you put it on, like when you put on the camera, it does a bit more of you connect more with this evaluator. That's of it. I think your structure was great. You started with a good thing, and you started with the things you have to improve, and you added a very good, like you didn't say the word challenge, but I think you properly emphasized on using the body language, which was very good. And that would be yours. Coming to the speaker, Toastmaster Smrithi, I think Toastmaster Jasvitha has covered everything. The only thing that I would ask you to do is, your title was Dreams, Death, and Party. And the moment you start the speech, you were like, don't be scared of the word death. And you were like justifying the title from the very start. What you could have worked on is, you could have started with a quote or a question like, death. You guys are scared of death, or a quote something related to death, rather than just justifying it from the very start. Don't be scared of death. You could have put it a bit more intriguing. Already it is a very intriguing thing, dream, death, and party. So the death part, when you tried to justify it, you could have done it with a quote or a question. You would have made a better impact. You just push your speech to the from the start. Apart from that, I think it's a great speech. Coming next to the I would like to call a tag team first. The first would be the Grammarian's report. Toastmaster Hridya.
Am I audible? Yeah, so the Grammarian's report, Shivansh used both the idiom of the day and the word of the day, and Sanidhya and Ram used the idiom of the day. So kudos to you all. So the improper usage was that able to see can be used as visualize. We able to achieve is we are able to achieve. Might not be able to manage is may not be able to manage. Die hunger can be used as dying of hunger. So a few sayings or thoughts that I personally liked is that Shivansh used monotonous schedule, Smrithi used humanly possible, filled with optimism, Arpita used ace your fears, Harsha used you don't know what life throws at you, but you still go on. Sanidhya's the voice modulation at the conclusion where he used Ting 3,000 rupees credits on your account was also really well said. So now a few suggestions that I would want to give is that pay attention to how others speak, especially those with really good grammar. In this way, it will help you to absorb the patterns naturally. And also practice speaking loudly, whether it's reading aloud or even having conversations or even talking to yourself, because the more you speak, the more comfortable you become with the correct grammar. And also, if you catch yourself making any grammatical error while speaking, immediately correct it and also repeat the correct version to reinforce the proper usage. So it's also suggested to record yourself while speaking so you can identify the grammar mistakes that you have missed in the moment, which helps you to become more aware of your speech patterns. Thank you. Back to DM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hridya, for that very detailed report. You mentioned the good things. You mentioned the things which they could improve and how to improve. That's the most important part of it. So thank you for that. With that, I'll be calling our counter for the day, Toastmaster Abhiram, for his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm back with my report. Okay, so I'll start with the prepared speeches segment, and the first speaker being Toastmaster Shivansh. Your favorite word was so, which you used 8 times, and I would like to mention you had occasional pauses, so kindly work on that. Apart from that, everything was perfect. The next speaker being Toastmaster Sanidhya. Toastmaster Sanidhya, I have no complaints. Everything was on point. So kudos to you on that. The next speaker, Toastmaster Smrithi. Honestly, I had a tough time keeping up with your pace. So next time, kindly tone it down a bit. But your favorite word, or I would say phrase, you used was which you used 11 times. So next time, if you can practice your speech a bit, you can actually, it's evident that we all use, but we're all here to learn. So I wouldn't say anything much about it. The next segment will be the table topic session, starting with Toastmaster Shivansh. You used one time, so two times, and like one time. So since it's so generally speaking, since it's an impromptu event, all the usage of these terms is justified. So it was a great table topic session. The next speaker, Toastmaster Jasvitha. No usage of crutch words, no CRPFs at all. So next speaker, Toastmaster Ram. Same, no CRPS. Toastmaster Nikhilesh, you used R two times, so three times. Then Toastmaster Nikhil, you used R three times, so two times, and like one time. And Toastmaster Sanidhya did not use any CRPS. Now, lastly, these speech evaluations. Starting off with Toastmaster Nikhilesh. You used R three times, so four times, and your favorite phrase was Andia or Soya. Next, we have Toastmaster Sharanya. You used R one time, so one time, and like one time. Apart from that, nothing. Next, we have Toastmaster. On. Next, we have Toastmaster Jasvitha. You used R one time. Apart from that, nothing else. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhiram, for that very detailed report. The only thing I would like you to add to it is when you say that I have no complaint, like few words, I know you mentioned a very good term, but it will come as off for the people who are listening to it. So don't use the word complaint or the favorite word. Like you could simply say that the crunch word you have used most. I know you have meant it in a very good term or something like good heart or something, but let's not use the words like complaint or your favorite word. It might feel sarcastic to some people and might go with the meeting's decorum. So apart from that, I think it was a very good evaluation, your very detailed evaluation. And next time try to tell how could they work on tackling the R's or the crutch words. To the last of the tag team, we have the timer, Toastmaster Venkat.
Yeah, hello everyone. Coming to the speaker session, Toastmaster Shivansh has taken an extra more time, 8 minutes 14 seconds. Next time, try to improve on time and how to manage time. And next one is Toastmaster Sanidhya. He has done very well, and he has given the speech in time. And Smrithi also, Toastmaster Smrithi. She has taken as 7 minutes 21 seconds. And coming to the table topic session, everybody has done well. And about Toastmaster Nikhil and Toastmaster Ramakatya has taken the time as 2 minutes 11 seconds and 2 minutes 10 seconds. Everybody has done within 2 minutes. And coming to the speech evaluators, Toastmaster Nikhilesh has taken the 3 minutes 34 seconds. And Toastmaster Sharanya has taken 2 minutes 50 seconds. And Toastmaster Jasvitha has taken 3 minutes 38 seconds. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkat, for that very detailed report. There's nothing I'd like to add. You just be confident when you give a report. You seemed a bit, stuttered here and there. Just be confident when you take the name, you tell the time, and you tell what they can improve on, or you can tell at the end of your evaluation, like how people in together can improve it. Other than that, it was a very detailed report. It's very good. Thank you for that. Come to the G report of today. I think it was a very good topic. Like I said in the start, that comfort zone. Like we all trying to slip in there somewhere in this hard and busy times, I could say. So I have a few more evaluations for Toastmaster for the TTM Toastmaster Arpita. Arpita, I know I've said this before that we are on it's a holiday and we're all at homes, you're not at the best times of ourselves, but I would like you to turn on your camera. I know I can understand if you have some problem, but if you don't, please turn on your camera, as it will help the person, the question you're asking, the person who's getting the question, understand it better, right? And please make sure when you, after you're done with the question, please turn off your mic. I've seen a bit speakers when the table topic was happening, your mic was getting interrupted with their speech. So that's it. Apart from that, I think your evaluations, your questions were really good. I really enjoyed it, being one of the table topic speakers. It was very kudos to you on that. And coming to Toastmaster Harsha, I think the timer part, I would just like to add, it was a very great session. It was a very good session. Coming to the timer part, when you asked me, it was not actually general evaluator who takes the break. It's a timer who you intimate before starting a break. So it's the timer who has to know the time, not the general evaluator. So, and be a more, like, I can understand it's a big meeting, I remember a lot of names, but you said that it was Toastmaster Arpita who's going to give the speech, and it was Toastmaster Smrithi. So that's the only thing I like to add up. Apart from that, it was a great session. It was a very smoothing session, I will tell you. Today's day was really, I started a day with Toastmaster meeting. I wasn't sure about that, but now I feel it was a very quiet and a calm day. Thank you. That was my report. Back to the TMoD.
Okay, so here we come to the last, we come to the end of the meeting, and we were talking about comfort zone. So, how many of you have watched Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara at least once? Okay, that's a lot of hands. So, I think that movie beautifully sums up what I've been trying to tell you throughout the meeting today, especially Hrithik Roshan's character from that movie, where he was a workaholic and that was his comfort zone. He was so into chasing money that he didn't want to, um, he didn't know how to live life. For him, work and money was his comfort zone, and he didn't want to step out of that until he, two of his best friends, just got him into a road trip, and that road trip changed his life forever. He ended up meeting his girlfriend, who taught him how to live life, and I think from then on, he knew what life is and how he should live and how he should enjoy it to the fullest. So, with that note, I would like to conclude by saying, all of you, to embrace your discomfort, lean into uncertainty, and dare to stretch your comfort zones. Whether it's trying a new hobby, learning a new skill, or stepping outside your routine, take that leap of faith and see where it leads you. Who knows? You might just discover a whole new world of possibilities waiting for you on the other side. So, with that being said, I conclude my theme and over to the presiding officer for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsha. That was a wonderful meeting, and I see a raised hand. Toastmaster Smrithi, do you want to add something here, or is it just from the Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara part? All right, thanks. So, wonderful meeting. I think, yeah. So I personally enjoyed it. The theme was a bit different, in a good way. In a good way, the theme was a bit different. Okay, just want to make it. All right, yeah. So the theme was a bit different in a good way. I enjoyed it. The meeting was not fast paced. It was not done at its own time. We took our time with it. We enjoyed it. We weren't in a hurry or anything where we have to wrap up meetings by 6:30 or 7 on evenings, on Wednesday evening. So a good change, if I may. Yeah. And before I get on with the other announcements part, Ji, please share out the voting link in the chat and the group so that people can go ahead and vote. And yeah. All right. Yes. So going with the announcements, well, there are no announcements as such except for the fact that well, the newsletter is out again, and please go ahead. Like, it will soon be released in the groups, and you can go ahead and look it up. It's very good. The theme is stay in touch. Theme is stay in touch. So you guys should definitely go and check it out. Good work. And then if Toastmaster Jasvitha is here, if she's not, so I don't think there are any announcements from the CLC side. as such. And a small suggestion or something I'd like to point out here would be, well, the information which was sent out. Sorry, the information which was sent out in the poster and caption was wrong, and it is a bit embarrassing. It's all right. Okay, so it's all right that it happened. I know what all, like, the work which has been going on in the PR office, so I'm aware of it. So it's all right if that happens, but let's make sure that this doesn't happen again, because it become a bit embarrassing towards telling, when we're telling people about the timings and everything. So yeah, let's just uphold the club in the best way possible, and let's make sure this doesn't happen again. And apart from that, there are no announcements as such. So I guess the voting form is out. Please go ahead and vote. And yeah, is there anyone who'd like to take up this virtual stage and add something to the meeting or anything of that sort? All right, let's go ahead with this tradition of ours. It's called launch off. So while you guys are voting, does someone want to come up on this virtual stage, turn on the mic and camera, and speak about something memorable they've done this? Are you guys even there in the meeting, or am I even audible in the first place? Or actually, am I audible now?